to this beat.
Welcome to another episode. Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring you the gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you're now rocking with the best. And since you are rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. Thank you for following your man, Captain Will. Follow me on Twitter at Gamecocks Talk. Follow me on Instagram at Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. And wherever you get your podcast, you can find Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. It is time to talk about three things that went right versus the Iowa State women's basketball team yesterday. There was a beatdown by epic proportions on yesterday afternoon. In the middle of your dressing, in the middle of your collard greens, in the middle of your chicken wings, in the middle of your pig feet, in the middle of your chitlins. Remember I said that chitlins, not chitterlings. We don't rock like that. It's chitlins. That's the message of the day. On November 29th, it's chitlins, not chitterlings. And I mean your sweet tea, Gamecocks. Beat the brakes off Iowa State by 40. Gamecocks beat number 15 in the country by 40 points. Defense was straight up nasty. I'm talking about disgusting. I'm talking about gross. I'm talking about whatever acronym, whatever analogy, whatever situation that you want to say that was amazing, that was just straight up dope. It was this defense. It was crazy. I mentioned a couple of days before that we have to corral the dynamic duo of Audie Crooks and Ms. Brown. And we did. They combined for 5 for 18. 5 for 18. You got Crooks who averaged 22 points. You got Brown who averaged about 19 points. They got together and was 5 for 18 for 28%. Brown didn't even score. She was 0 for 7 from the field. The whole game, 0 for 4 from the three-point line. And Crooks got her little thing going on in the second half. But they were dominated. They were taken out of the game completely. Emily Ryan, who's leading their conference in assists, who is high in the country in assists, averaging about 9 assists per basketball game, had 1 assist in this game. What? Ooh. 11 rebounds. 11 rebounds by Crooks and Brown. Crooks averaged 9 rebounds herself. Brown averages 10. Together, they had 11 rebounds. This was that defense that was doing things that we ain't seen. The continuity, the togetherness, the communication. It was so pretty to see. So pretty to see. And when you have a Watkins who's playing outstanding defense in the post, when you have a Joyce Edwards who's playing outstanding defense in the post, Chloe Feagin balled out defensively and offensively in this basketball game. And that's just in the post. Our post players straight up on Crooks and Brown. It was done. It was done. 4 assists, 6 turnovers. Oh, it was just pretty to see. Pretty to see. In yesterday's game, the player of the game, if you will, was Joyce Edwards. And what's going to be talked about with Joyce Edwards, she had her first double-double. First double-double of many double-doubles that's going to happen over this year in her 4 years here at the University of South Carolina. Three-time national champions. She had 13 points, 11 rebounds. Joyce Edwards had 11 rebounds, and the combination of Crooks and Brown had 11 rebounds. Come on now. But with Joyce Edwards, that's not going to be talked about, at least, in no box score, because defense ain't in no box score other than having a block or a steal. No. Joyce Edwards' defense was far superior than any game she's played this year. Her defense in this basketball game was elite. She had a defensive rating for this basketball game of 16.6. 16.6. Now, I got to do the research. This 16.6 probably is the lowest defensive rating of any Gamecock this year. I have to find out because she played stellar defense while also playing stellar offense. And we're talking about a freshman who is 7 games into her college career. When I talked about Joyce Edwards last year, talking about her being the number 1 player in the country, this is what I saw. I saw offensively and defensively. Is she the best offensive freshman in the country? She's not. Is she the best defensive freshman in the country? She may be, but that combination of offense and defense, in my military mind, makes me say that she was the best player in her class. Gatorade Player of the Year. Offensively and defensively. 16.6 defensive rating. Oh, we just scratching the surface, y'all. We just scratching the surface with this Camden Bulldog from the sticks of South Carolina. We just scratching the surface with Joyce Edwards. Tahina Papa. Tahina Papa played for Oregon for 3 years. And she came to South Carolina, obviously to be coached by the best in Dawn Staley, and also improve her defense. She improved her defense some last season. Well, Tina Pow came in the best shape of her life this season, and has turned into not only a good defender, but I'm talking about a really good defender. Really good defender. Tina Pow yesterday afternoon, whatever time you might have watched that basketball game, had a defensive rating of 40.4. That is exceptional defense by the one and only Tahina Pow. You want to raise your draft stock? Become a better defender. Well, she's became a much better defender. The shot is still straight up nasty. She's still shooting 50% from the 3-point line. But when you throw in 4 assists, maybe 1 turnover, a couple of rebounds, family, and playing great defense, you got a player. You got an SEC player of the year type situation. She only played 23 minutes, y'all. So if you want to see video game numbers, you got to watch at LSU because they're gonna play 35, 37 minutes. But if you want to see efficient basketball in the SEC, you just take your eyes and you focus them on Tahina, Lights Out, Oceanside, Pow. Sania Feagin. There's been so much talk about Sania Feagin over the course of this season. And I guess some of it was warranted, some of it wasn't warranted. So I place it probably in the middle. Sania Feagin has turned a corner. She has the light is on, and it is not flickering. It is bloop, bloop, bloop. Sania Feagin is balling now for South Carolina. And again, it's not like she's getting 25, 30 minutes. She only played 15 minutes in the game yesterday. 15 minutes. 6 for 8 from the field. That's Sania Feagin. Defensive rating of 55.3. Sania Feagin is turning it, and right before our eyes, it's turning into a wonderful basketball player. She also had 5 rebounds. Couple block shots in 15 minutes. She's doing her job very well at this point. Now we'll play tomorrow against Purdue. And hopefully we transition right into another wonderful game from Sania Feagin. And I believe it's going to happen. I think she's found that sweet spot. And we're not, I said in last night's game, in last night's show, I'm not going to talk about starters no more because starters don't matter on this basketball team because you may start, but you're only going to play 15 minutes. Or you may start and you'll play 28 minutes. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to be. And Dawn going to go with the hot hand. She's going to go with what is working. So she has that luxury of, saying player A is not playing well. So, okay, we're going to play player B to play who's going to give us something tonight. Because the numbers that we saw against Iowa State might be completely different numbers against Purdue tomorrow. Joyce was the player of the game yesterday. It could be Chloe tomorrow. It could be Powell tomorrow. It could be Tessa. It could be so many different players that we can name because I have no idea who's going to be. I have no idea. But I do know this right here. We rebounded Iowa State by 14. 14 points. 14 rebounds. We out-rebounded them. And I made mention of key to victory for South Carolina was to out-rebound Iowa State. And we did handily. By 14 rebounds is a lot. They had a total of 32 rebounds. We had 47. 15 rebounds. We out-rebounded them by 15. That makes it even more. Crooks had 9. Jackson had 4. Ryan had 4. The point guard had 4. 4 rebounds, 1 assist. You don't see no Brown on that list of the top 3. Iowa State isn't a great offensive rebounding team anyway. And we dominated them on the defensive boards. Dominated. Carolina had 47 rebounds. Joyce had 11 of those. Watkins had 8 of those. And we had 3 players with 5 rebounds. That is winning basketball by South Carolina. Point 1, nasty defense. Point 2, out-rebound the opponents by a significant margin. We check both of those boxes. There's a good chance that we're going to win that game handedly. And yesterday, it was a huge victory over a good basketball team. They were taken completely out of the game from the beginning, from the onset of this game. Dominated by every facet. You score 3 points in the quarter, you can beat down. We control the boards. We control their offense. And our offense did pretty good itself. You know, we shot over 45% from the field. We shot over 35% from 3. We shot, ladies and gentlemen, the South Carolina women's basketball team shot 86% from the free throw line. That should be a shot clock in itself. 86% from the free throw line by the South Carolina women's basketball team that can't shoot free throws, right? That's what they tell you. It's not a matter we can't shoot free throws. It's a matter of getting the right people to the free throw line. And those people can't get those free throws in that basket. Have y'all seen what Ashlyn Watkins is doing behind the free throw line? Apparently, during her sabbatical, she worked on free throws a lot. She is knocking them things down. Ashlyn Watkins was a 55% free throw shooter last season. Family, she is one of the best free throw shooters, if not the best free throw shooter through 7 games on this basketball team. Ashlyn Watkins. Who saw that coming? I sure ain't. I ain't seen that. If you're shooting 45% from the field and 35% from three and 86% from the free throw line, you have multiple players that shot the ball well. And in this basketball game, you had Joyce Edwards, who was 6 for 8. You had Sania Feagin, who was 6 for 8 from the field. That's combined 12 out of 16. My Marlboro County math tells me that is a high percentage. And then you talk about, threes. It wasn't the volume threes. It was the multiple players who shot and made three-pointer or two. So you had Powell, who was 1 for 2. That's 50%. You had Bree, who was 1 for 2. That's 50%. You had Raven Johnson, who was 2 for 4. Because Raven can't shoot, right? Raven got to shoot. We ain't going to guard her. And so now we got to go back to the whole situation of teams sagging in the middle. Because we ain't going to guard Raven Johnson. Raven Johnson hit 2 for 4 from the free throw, from the three-point line. You ain't going to be able to sag it in the middle. She has to prove herself once again that she can hit three-pointers. That's what she has to do. Well, last night she did. She shot 40% from the field. She shot 50% from the three-point line. Those stats will add up just like those stats where she couldn't hit nothing. It will add up. This is a list that is fluid and it's going to change as the season goes on. I believe wholeheartedly in my favorite player on this basketball team that Raven Johnson is going to ball out this season. I still have the faith. And yesterday, again, you're going to see a lot of shots. She only took 5 shots. Only took 5 shots. But out of the 5 shots, 2 of those she hit three-pointers. Sounds pretty good to me. Tessa Johnson only took 2 3-point shots, and she had 1 of them. It was a bunch of players coming together. Like, what was that TV show? Transformers? Voltron. Come together to be Voltron. That's how South Carolina it was. The sum of the parts, not individual pieces. That's Carolina. So we had the loss against UCLA. Yeah. This is how you respond to a loss. By destroying a team. I think that loss to UCLA has woken up a sleeping giant. Purdue, tomorrow. I think the line is 25-26 points for Carolina to win. Purdue, good luck stopping this basketball team at 11 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. We're playing 11 o'clock. We're playing 11 o'clock in the morning basketball. This ain't AAU. We ain't sitting alongside the gym waiting on the next game. Why is it 11 o'clock in the morning? All the hours in a day, and it had to be 11 o'clock. It couldn't be 2. It couldn't be 4. It couldn't be 5. 11 o'clock in the morning. See, Cap, we don't get up till late anyway. So this is messing up my pattern of my sleep. 11 o'clock in the morning in Florida. Purdue about to get all this smoke. This concludes another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I continue to bring that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you're now rocking with the best. And since you are rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. Let's go. Let's go.